So this is how people who are dumber and lazier than you are make way more money than you're making right now. Quick story time to explain this. I now live in Dubai since 1 year, almost exactly. And when I was here for the first time ever, that was about 3 years ago, I observed a phenomenon that was quite odd. I met a lot of people that were clearly way dumber than I was, and clearly working way less than I was, but they were making 10 times, 20 times the amount of money per month. Okay, so I was making between 5 to 10K a month back then, and they were making 100K, right? 100K a month, okay, profit. And I tried to figure out how this worked, because this shattered my whole worldview, really. Like, I thought it has to be hard, and you have to work hard and be super smart and have like everything in place. And I found out that I was just wrong. So I did my best to figure out what they were doing differently. And now 3 years have passed and I figured it out. I am actually at a point today in my life where I work way less and make way more money than back then. And yeah, I just want to share with you how I did it, the three principles, I want to call it, behind the phenomenon that these dumb and lazy people use to make a shit ton of money, to be honest. Okay, so let's hop onto my MacBook and I'll share the three principles used by dumb and lazy people who make more money than the smart hustlers that work a lot. These principles are the foundation that enables these people to achieve more with less effort by using leverage, systems, and personal branding that you can multiply your results with and achieve more by working less. I will really get into the explanation of every of the three principles and show you how you can apply this into your business and your life. But for now, let me tell you, I've done this, and I showed others how to do this as well. So, like, I'm not lucky or like a one-hit wonder or whatever. Like, I've multiplied my success, and I showed over 500 people on how to do this as well. Okay, so here's just like a picture of me at my home where I live at the pool in Dubai, drinking from a coconut, and like a Slack message that I got from one of my clients where I helped him to go to 176K a month. I have a case study with him up on YouTube. You can check that out. So I'm not special. This is proven to work. And now let's get into the first system. Okay, the first one is leverage. Okay, so by leverage, you can leverage different things. You can leverage a team, you can leverage money, you can leverage content, whatever. We're going to get into detail with all of them. But what's, for example, not leverage is investing your own time or investing a lot of your own effort. Okay, so you need to understand one very important thing right here, and that is input does not equal output. This is not true. This is what you might think because you maybe learned it somewhere from some guru, but it's just not true. Okay. Instead, it looks like this. You have input, you have output, but there's always a factor of leverage in between. Okay. And if you have no leverage, then the fact that input equals output might be true. But this is a position you never want to be in. You always want to have leverage. Otherwise, you always have to input a lot of time, effort, and time, for example, very limited resource and the most valuable thing you have. You really want to put in that much time just to make money, something they print by pushing a button? I don't know. You rather want to have leverage, right? So input, output, leverage in between. Okay, so the explanation for this is leverage is about using resources beyond your own time and effort to achieve larger results instead of doing everything yourself. Leverage means finding ways to multiply your impact by using a team, money, or tools to handle the tasks for you. By leveraging the right resources, you can achieve more with the same or even less time and energy. Okay. Examples for leverage, money leverage. Okay. So, yes, you can do cold calls to acquire new clients, but you can also just leverage your money and run ads and get new clients through ads. Okay. I don't want to go into detail with all of this, but like, you even have a second leverage if you do that and just run ads, because you have more brand authority, because now you're not calling these brands or these businesses, but they are now coming to you through the ads, right? So that is way, way, way better. It saves you time and energy. most important things you have. And you only talk to warm leads that are already interested and ready to buy. So you also have to worry less and like have not that many headaches with people or leads that are like shit leads and not ready to buy or don't have the capital to invest, you know? Then you have team leverage, second thing. Okay. So money leverage, I would say, is the highest leverage you can have. Okay. So if you just buy sales calls, obviously you need to have a good funneling, good ads in place, but it's like the biggest leverage. Then you have team leverage. And this is what many of you might be doing already. For example, having a cold calling team. Instead of doing it yourself, you're using them. Okay. And this might sound simple so far, but we'll get into more detail. And actually, in step number 2 in systems, I will get you or give you all of the systems I use that you can leverage. Okay. In order to not have to put in that much time and effort, but let systems do it for you. But now let's stick with the first point. So you can outsource repetitive work. And as I said, I will give you systems for that. But here, for example, you can just hire freelancers on Fiverr to do repetitive tasks that you're maybe doing right now that you should not be doing, and you know it, right? Data entry, content creation, the service itself that is being fulfilled. Like you shouldn't like be doing all the things inside of your business all day long. You should use leverage, right? Extremely, extremely important. Then invest in ads. Okay, as I said above, use paid strategies like ads to bring in consistent leads without manual outreach. And this depends on your level. But if you're making more than 5 to 10K a month, you should start running ads and get new clients that way. Okay. If you think you don't have the cash flow, the free cash flow to invest in ads or stuff like that, let me give you a quote right here. There is never a lack of resources. There is only a lack of resourcefulness. Okay. Learn to be resourceful and you will figure out a way to do it. Okay. So that's the first thing. Okay. Just using leverage. And the second and the third thing are actually also form of leverage. Okay. So we have systems. So systems are repeatable processes that allow you to complete tasks in a structured, efficient way without needing to think each step every time. Okay. When you have systems in place, you reduce decision fatigue and make your work consistent and predictable, which saves time and energy. You know, when you got to take so many decisions every day, all day long, like you get decision fatigue, like your brain is just burned through at some point of the day. Okay. Examples of systems. Okay, for example, a client onboarding system, something I'm doing at my agency where we automatically onboard new clients and we don't have to do this manually, or recurring content system. Like, let me actually give you the nitty gritty stuff and let me actually give you some of my systems. Okay, so how to apply these systems. Okay, so the most important thing you need to do is you need to automate high frequency processes. What are high frequency processes? Things you're doing repeatedly on a day-to-day basis or on a weekly basis or even monthly basis, systemize them, automate them. Okay. For example, for sales, for outreach and follow-ups, automate that, automate all of that. Okay. If you're doing email outreach, use instantly.ai, use that link in here, automate it. If you're doing LinkedIn outreach, automate all of that. The first message, the follow-ups, you can all automate that. Use Dripify. Okay. DMs, if you're sending Instagram DMs, use cold DMs, automate that. Okay. Then and for the messages that come back, hire VAs, let them do the work for you. Okay. Use leverage. It's so important. Okay. Then onboardings. This is my personal onboarding funnel for our agency that we're using. It's just like Typeform is extremely simple. We collect the info from the client. Then here's a quick video of what they can expect. Then they say, okay, let's go. And then we ask if they paid the setup fee. Then we do the ads manager integration with them and all of that stuff. You can actually check out that on your own, that Typeform, and look at how we automatically onboard new clients, right? So you can just check that out. And then invoices, for example. Some people send invoices manually. Okay. I just charge cards. Okay. So on the sales call, like all I do is I send them a simple invoices and they pay on the call. And then I automatically have saved their card number, okay, through simple invoices and Stripe. So every month I just bill their card and that is it. Like, like that is literally it, because some of you spend time, I know it, generating invoices, then the clients don't pay the invoices, then you have to run after your money. And it's like, it's all a big waste of time. Just like get it done on the sales call, the first payment, save the card or get them to save the card, obviously tell them, and obviously tell them that you're just going to charge them monthly. And most of them, they will be fine with it. They will actually be happy that you don't have to do it manually all the time, right? So, and then you have never have to worry about that again. I just have subscriptions set up for all of my clients, so I don't have to do anything. So, for example, I have client A, and there's a subscription, and I charge him $3,000 a month. Okay, and it automatically gets charged every month, and he gets an invoice automatically. I have to do nothing, and the money comes onto my Stripe, and from there onto my bank account, and that's literally it. Okay, so things like that, like automate these things. Don't like invest time on such stupid tasks because of some stupid like some stupid things you keep telling yourself of why you can't do it, which is in 99% of cases not true, and you just can if you would just try, right? Okay, then also create templates for frequent projects or things that happen over and over and over again. Okay, the third point of leverage is personal brand. Another story, another Dubai story, actually. Okay, so before we hop into the story, personal brand is just the reputation and the value you provide publicly. When you establish a strong personal brand, clients and opportunities start coming to you instead of you having to come to them or reach out to them. Okay. Um, a well-built personal brand establishes trust, authority, and relatability, making people more likely to do business with you. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you a story now. Okay. So I came to Dubai. This was about 3 years ago. And I met, let's call her person A. Okay. And she didn't do any outreach for her business. She did no cold calls or emails or anything like that. She didn't track any KPIs or do manual follow-ups or stuff like that. Nothing of that. Okay. Instead, she just shared her knowledge and case studies through Instagram posts and stories. Okay. That's all she did, literally. Then she got inbound DMs and she closed clients from that. And she consistently made over $100,000 a month. I know that for a fact. And despite working harder than her and doing all the things she wasn't doing, I was only making around 5 to 10K a month back then. Okay. So I was working way harder, had way more systems in place, or way more time input from my own side. And I was working less, and she just made some stories, and they were not even good, but they were authentic, and she shared some results. And this really showed me that an authentic, consistent presence can attract clients without a single cold outreach and with way less work, really. Okay, so how to apply that in your own situation? I mean, just start sharing your journey. That's the first and easiest thing you can do. Okay, post content about your story, insights into your business and progress. Show people who you are and why you're passionate about what you do. This is so rare. People who are passionate about what you're actually doing are so rare in today's day and age. Okay, so if you can just do that, that is worth so much. Okay. Provide value. Start creating content that teaches, inspires, or solves people's problems, the problems of your target audience. Okay, this can literally be anything. Just a weekly tip that you share on LinkedIn, or a case study that you share on Instagram, like the results you've gotten for one client this week. Just share it. You know how powerful this becomes over time if you just keep doing it. And also be authentic. Just be yourself and don't try to act like someone else. Okay, really, just like you're unique and use that to your advantage. And honestly, just pick your platform, define your audience, and start posting once a week. This is literally the 2080 of all of this, okay? So because a personal brand will give you so much leverage and will allow you to make so much more money with way less time input. So this is so valuable. Ladies and gentlemen, this is literally it. Okay, so these are the three pillars, the three principles that I found on how these people that live here in Dubai everywhere make so much more money by working way less and by even maybe having less brain cells. Okay, right. And use that to your advantage, right? You can figure out how you can use less brain capacity and less time input, the most valuable resource you have, and still make way more money, like 10x, 20x the amount you're making right now, right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. If you want the docs from the video, comment down below. I'll write the word that you should comment down below. Okay, I will call it three principles for more money in less time, probably something shorter than that. Okay, just comment down below. If you like the video, leave it a thumbs up. I'll catch you in the next one. Remember, if you're watching this, then you are on the right path. So just keep going.